Hello everybody, welcome back to another edition of the EcoStruxure Machine Expert HVAC. I'm your host, Leandro Humada, and in this video what we're going to see are the system functions that we have in the software. So let's go to the presentation. So the idea of having this HVAC software is not to have the standard function blocks like the timers or counters. We have function blocks related to HVAC and our applications. So if we take a look over here on the library tree in the software, we have application, one of the folders, and we have a specific application for the HVAC segment. Okay, we have also the expansion valves, is the M172, but the electronic expansion valve that we can have the possibility to configure to control the valves using the expansion modules that we have. Then the basic part is already covered on the module 5 on the series of videos, and then we have for the communication and different application like pumping, and then in this one we have, for example, the PID, but we're gonna see that in details. So if we take a look inside these HVAC function blocks that we have, you can see here that we have for the refrigeration, we have for energy measurement, and they have air, and we have water, and we have all these part here. This one didn't explain because I will create a different training for that, or that's the idea. But you can see here that we have a lot of different function blocks ready to use. And if we don't know what they are, we just really right click, and then we should be able to see in the objects properties to have a look. And I'm going to start in each of them. The idea is for you to identify where they are, and then you can investigate more. And then the idea in the future will be to make the training of which each of these function blocks, but that can probably take more time. Then we have pumping and control, and here you can see the operating hours. Okay, if you want to count the amount of hours that something has been on and off, you can do that. We have the PID with the auto tuning, 3.8 actuator, and we have the scheduler and yearly events. And here in pumping, we have different pumping application along with some enumeration instructors to use inside these function blocks. Okay, so the idea here in this part is just to show you that we have different function blocks, okay, ready to do this kind of offer for the HVAC market. That's why probably you don't use some Modicon M221 or M241 or the Machine Expert, because they are for different kind of segments, and this one is for HVAC purely. Then if we go to the communication, we have some specific function blocks to communicate with our Altivar drives that you can see here on the screen. Okay, starting for the 8-bit 12, also the 312. This one is old, it's obsolete. This one is also obsolete. This one too. The replacement 2.1 is the 212, and the replacement for the 312 is this one's. Okay, and also with the 32 should be these two, but that's another point. So the idea is that you have function blocks to control our drives. Okay, we also have for third-party drives and motors all embedded. Okay, as you can see here, Easy Blue and even PASPs. We have all these function blocks in order to communicate via communications to those drives. The idea for you is to have a look on what we have. Then once you have selected one of the function blocks that you want to use in the project, or you really don't know what they are, we just need to go to the function blocks, right click and select object properties, and it will show up this property window. Okay, and in case you are not able to see the property windows, I don't remember by default it's in there, I just don't remember, but you just go to the view, select all windows and select property windows, and then you should be able to see this window on your screen. And then you should be able to see all the details of the function block, what that input and output does, and everything. But in case you want more details, you also have the help on the software. I believe it's in this one. Yes, good. So if you go to help index, you should be able to see libraries, and then you should be able to see these two libraries. For HVAC library, you have all those function blocks over there. Not all, for example, the timers and that one are not in there. That probably you need to use the offset properties. Okay, but already that part for the basic function blocks that all of the PLCs and all the PLCs in the market have, I have already done the video for the training, so you can take a look on that one for further details. Then there is this particular library, fs_ic, that basically allows you to interact with the SD card. For example, if you have a micro SD card connected on the controller, you should be able to save files over there. You just need to create a file, open the file, send data to the file, and then close it. That basically is the idea. But for that, I believe I have created a function block for that, and I will in the future create a video how you can work on that one. There is also an old help coming from Eliwell, okay, which is the original manufacturer for this kind of PLCs. Then Schneider bought it. Now are branding as Schneider, the M172. But there is just that document. I can probably send the file over there, the links. So let's check where all these things are. So if we open the software, if we go to programming, then we have the library tree and the property window. So if you're not able to see the property window, we just go to view, tool window, and select the property window. You should be able to see the check. If you have the check, then it means that you have it somewhere on your screen. So if we, for example, go to basic timers, right click, object properties, you should be able to see this. Okay, the properties, but let's go to something more advanced. So for example, if we go to operating hours, here tell you the inputs and outputs that you need to use. And if you have this at over here, it means that you have a pointer, and if you use the pointer, you just need to use the ADR in order to have access to the EEPROM in this case. But I will explain this in another video, the operating hours, because I believe it's important. But let's go, for example, for the PID. Here you should be able to see there is a bunch of inputs and outputs. Okay, so don't worry, here you have a small description. And then if you want to know further, we just go to index. Here go to library, and the library, let's go to the HVAC library guide. We will open this, and here you have regulation and control. Here you have the bid advanced, functional overview. Yeah, okay, this is the control load that you have on the software. And then you have a bunch of information. You also have the pin description, as I mentioned before. This is how it looks like. You have the range and everything over here, how you can set it, an example how it works. So for this part is covered here. Then if you go, for example, to air function block, a whole plant, then you should be able to see the structure, how it works, the idea of the architecture, how it works, and how it's related to different function blocks. But for that, we take over later. The important thing is that you have what you need over here, where to take a look. Okay, so this is just an overview. The idea later is to enter into each detail of the function block, as I show on the basic part. That I have created a specific video for each of the elements that we have over here. The same will be the future for most of this. The important thing is for you to identify where the function blocks are and how to know more about them. Okay, so right click over there and just go to the property windows. So this is it for these system libraries. The idea is to have an overview where they are, how to get more information, and then later we just go further in each of them. Okay, so Thank you very much for watching this video, and I see you on the next one.